Hello, this is the Video Chaser. Today I'm going to do an overview of my snapper case collection. It's probably not the world's biggest snapper case collection like I'm stating in the title, but I've not seen another video with so many snapper cases in, so until I see one I'll be claiming that title. For those that don't know what a snapper case is, it's basically the Warner Brothers releases that come in these cardboard shells with the plastic clasp on the side that snaps open, hence the term snapper case. And like I say, Warner Brothers were the ones that mainly released these cardboard cases. There's a couple of other companies that released them, but I think they were all subsidiaries of Warner Brothers. I think they had the sole rights to the production of these cases. Now a lot of people don't like them. I think it's because they get easily damaged, and they are a bit fiddly to open and things like that, but that's mainly the reason that I like them. I like the fact that they're slowly disappearing because they're easily damaged. And I like the artwork. I like the fact that the artwork is printed directly. It's, you know, there's no screen between you and the artwork. There's no plastic cover like there is on the black plastic cases. It seems to pop a little bit more. Right, let's dig in and get through these as quick as possible because there's quite a few. So these first ones I'm going to show you, these are the ones that I've actually got factory sealed, and I seem to be finding a few of these at the moment. I've been looking for years and never found one, and then I've found about 5 in the past 6 months. So here we go. The Devil's Advocate, Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. Really good film if you've not seen it. Pacino is amazing in this one. That's one of the early DVDs that I bought. Dangerous Liaisons with Glenn Close. Time to Kill, Samuel L. Jackson, Sandra Bullock and Matthew McConaughey. Again, a very good film. Tin Cup, Costner, never seen it. I've not got another version of it. I think I've only got this sealed one. I might be wrong. Interview with the Vampire, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Christian Slater. Red Badge of Courage, which I've featured in one of my pickup videos recently. Not watched that one yet. Again, another one I've picked up recently. Replacements. Mean Streets. I think this one's got De Niro in it. That's one that I got for Christmas. Not watched it yet. The Salton Sea. Val Kilmer. Good film. Not a lot of people have heard of this one. It's got a really good atmosphere to it. Showdown in Little Tokyo with Dolph Lundgren and is it Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee. Good action, good B-movie action film. The Postman, Kevin Costner. Post-apocalyptic film which I really quite like. I've got 2 versions of Enter the Dragon. There's this one which is the special edition. I'm not sure what is special about it. It might have some extra features. And then I've got the standard release. 2010, the year we made contact. The sequel to 2001 by Stanley Kubrick. 2010 I thought was a really good film. I did a review quite recently on it, which you can check out on ukfilms.net. I think they did a really good job, seeing as they had to follow 2001, which was amazing. American Outlaws. Another recent pickup, not got around to watching yet. Looks like it could be quite good. Colin Farrell. The Wizard of Oz, original classic. The Majestic, Jim Carrey. Let me just see if I can fix this focus a little bit. There we go. I really like this one. It's about a guy that gets amnesia. His car kind of gets spun off the road. Winds up in the river and gets carried down to this town, not a million miles away from where he actually lives, and he gets mistaken for being a returning war hero, and even the father of the missing war hero takes him in as his son. Yeah, really, hidden gem definitely. If you've not seen it, check it out. The Exorcist, the version you've never seen, which I've never seen, so another one I need to check out at some point. And then the original Exorcist. City Hall, that's with Al Pacino, John Cusack. Again, another one I reviewed a little while back on ukfilms.net. Good political thriller. Executive Decision, Kurt Russell. I think Steven Seagal's in this as well. It's about the only film you'll see where Steven Seagal gets killed off early on. Willy Wonka, The Chocolate Factory, the original one, not that abomination that stars Johnny Depp. This one's the original, the one that Roald Dahl wrote the screenplay for. Tom Hanks, The Green Mile, another great film. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Now I think this is probably the first DVD that I ever bought. There was a shop in Leicester when DVD first came out, when DVDs were going for around 25 quid, 30 quid. And there's a shop that did 2 for 20 quid, and that was one of them that I picked up. I think it was that and Enemy of the State, both really good films. Masters of the Universe, Dolph Lundgren again. I really like this film. It gets a bit slated because it was kind of rushed, the production was rushed. But it's a great 80s film. It feels like a cross between Gremlins and Star Wars, I suppose. The Fugitive. We've got a couple of versions of this and a remake. The Shining. These are all these here, the Kubrick collection. Eyes Wide Shut, Full Metal Jacket, and 2001. I'm not sure how many more there are in these on Snapper case in the Kubrick collection. Possession, not seen that one yet. Sea Spot Run, again not seen it. The Gauntlet, which I'm not sure whether I've seen or not, to be honest. Battlefield Earth. I've not seen this since it first came out. I think I saw it on Sky. The reviews are awful for it. I can't remember much about it, to be honest. I remember John Travolta having a weird accent in it, so I'm going to watch it again soon. This is an American release, but luckily I've got an all-region DVD player now, which I've not had for ages. Bruce Lee, Warrior's Journey. I've not watched that one yet. JFK, another Kevin Costner. Good film. Ooh, second copy of The Green Mile, which I'll put down with the duplicates. Key Largo. Never seen it. Classic, need to watch it, I suppose. Angel Eyes with Jennifer Lopez. Another one I've not seen. A lot of these snapper cases I've not seen, to be honest, because a lot of them I pick up just because they're snapper cases and they're not the sort of films that I go out of the way to buy. Final Analysis. Again, don't think I've seen that one. Dolores Claiborne. This is a good film. It's kind of a murder mystery type thing, but very well done. Mars Attacks, Tim Burton classic stop motion B-movie. I suppose it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's got millions of not millions, it's got loads and loads of cameos in it. It's a fun film. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. It's yeah, it's good. But we've got Hearts in Atlantis, which I don't think I've seen. Based on a novel by Stephen King and Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. The Avengers. Don't think I've seen that one. The Fugitive. I don't know if this is a remake. Oh, The Chase Continues. Some sort of sequel with, who's in it? Oh, I've not got time to read it. Not seen it anyway. Bonfire of the Vanities. Not seen that one either. Duets. Again, not seen it. Miss Congeniality, which I've seen on TV a few times. It's good if you're into some sort of light-hearted, I suppose it's comedy. The Glimmer Man. One of the better Seagal films. Three Kings. Not seen this for a long time. It was Yeah, good film. Ice Cube, Mark Wahlberg, George Clooney. Ocean's 11, the original. Ballistic, which I don't think I've seen. Antonio Banderas. Queen of the Damned. And then we got, these are the director's cuts of Lethal Weapon. We've got Lethal Weapon 2, Lethal Weapon 3, and we've got the standard ones. I've got Lethal Weapon 2 and Lethal Weapon 4. The director's cuts are a few minutes longer, basically, but because they're a few minutes longer, I think they've sacrificed the extra features that you've got on, well, not the extra features, I think they've got like trailers or something on the other releases. Dead Calm, which I've not seen. I don't think I have. Assassins, classic Stallone. Well, not a classic, it was a decent one, should I say. The Negotiator, which is a solid film, but there was quite a few films like that at the time that came out. Blade Runner, that was one of the very first ones I bought as well. Ordinary Decent Criminals, Kevin Spacey, don't think I've actually seen that. And then we got Lethal Weapon 3, the standard edition. Second Shelf, Pelican Brief, which is a good film if you've not seen it. Denzel Washington and Julie Roberts. Message in a Bottle, another Kevin Costner. I seem to have tons of Kevin Costner films. He must have done a lot of stuff for Warner Brothers. Then I've got a nice box set of Nightmare on Elm Street. It's got all the films plus Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and I think it's got Freddy's Nightmares. It says, what's it say there? Nightmare series, which I think is Freddy's Nightmares, which was really good. A lot of short stories. Frantic, Harrison Ford. Time Machine, that's the remake with Guy Pearce, which was a decent remake. I think he's a decent actor actually, Guy Pearce. American in Paris. Analyse This. Summersby, which I've not seen, Jodie Foster. And I've got a couple of Scooby-Doos, which is good because my daughter loves Scooby-Doo, so I've got 2 reasons to pick up these Scooby-Doo releases. 3 to Tango, Matthew Perry, Neve Campbell, looks very 90s, sort of teeny rom-com. Ghost Ship, it's a solid film, Ghost Ship. Body Heat, not seen it. Natural Born Killers, controversial when it first came out, Oliver Stone film. Under Siege 2, Maverick, classic Pacino, Dog Day Afternoon, Annie Get Your Gun, which I've seen on TCM a few times, Excalibur, Goodfellas, that everybody owns. Just Cause, watched it recently, can't remember much about it, so it couldn't have been that good. Extreme Measures, another one that I've seen and I can't remember much about, so it couldn't have been brilliant. Superman the Movie, Wild Wild West, Amadeus, Little Shop of Horrors, Outbreak, another solid film, Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, Rebel Without a Cause, classic James Dean, V, the original miniseries, which I remember watching as a kid. Good 90s sci-fi. Princeton the Showgirl, Marilyn Monroe, Out for Justice, another classic Seagal, Black Beauty, not seen that I don't think. Tower Inferno, which is, well, one of the best disaster movies ever made really. Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, loads of old school faces. Perfect Murder, which I've not seen I don't think. Michael Douglas, Gwyneth Paltrow and Vin Mortensen in that, so I'm going to have to check that out at some point. Presumed Innocent, South Park, yes, I won't be watching this. Our Lips Are Sealed. Sopranos, Volume 4, Witches of Eastwick, Another classic with one of my favourite actors, Jack Nicholson. Objective Burma. Not seen that one. The Whole 9 Yards. Not a big fan of that one, to be honest. Victor Victoria, which I've not seen. A sort of cabaret typey thing, maybe. Another one of these kids, early teen type movies, which I won't be watching. Murder at 1600. I think Wesley Snipes did a lot of stuff for Warner Brothers. Jack Frost, which is a decent kids film. Detroit Rock City, which I've only seen half of, and I quite liked it when it was on Sky a good few years ago. So yeah, I'll have to check that out at some point. I can't remember much about it. Memphis Belle, which I don't think I've seen. The original Under Siege. Yaya Sisterhood, not seen that. Doesn't look like my cup of tea, to be honest. A lot of these snapper cases I've not seen because I just picked one just because they're snapper cases. I've not like sought them out, which I do with most of the films I buy. Bless the Child, Kim Basinger, not seen that one either. And Soldier, Kirk Douglas, strange sci-fi that is. I enjoyed it, but it's a bit weird. I think Kirk Douglas's character is really hard to connect with, and I suppose that is the point. He's not meant to have much emotion, but yeah, strange film. The Matrix, which when DVD came out, you had to have The Matrix. It seemed that DVD was made for The Matrix, but I suppose it was merely made more for Blu-ray. Amazing, amazing film. Matrix Revisited. I've got much light at the minute. Let me see if I can get a bit more light. There we go. Animatrix. The Client. Purple Rain. I'm a big Prince fan, so having Purple Rain is a must. I think I've got the 25th anniversary edition on a normal case, which has got a load of extra features, but it's nice to have this snapper case. 13 Ghosts, which I don't think I've seen. $1 Million Hotel, not seen that. True Crime, can't remember if I've seen that one or not. Space Cowboys, which, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Oliver Stone collection, Oliver Stone's America. It's a good documentary. Oliver Stone, who did Born on the 4th of July, Platoon, what we mentioned earlier, Natural Born Killers, to name a few. The In Crowd really doesn't look like my cup of tea. Classic 80s Gremlins, Deliverance. Pokemon. Didn't even know I had Pokemon. Yeah, not into Pokemon. Kevin and Perry Go Large. I think this snapper case is quite rare now. I've seen it go for quite a bit on eBay not long back. Classic 90s comedy. Get Carter. That's the remake with Stallone, and that's the British release, and I've got the American one there as well. Eight-Legged Freaks, which is yeah, it's alright, it's quite fun. Does what it says on the tin. Tequila Sunrise, which I don't think I've seen, another Mel Gibson. Father's Day, I've not seen. It's a Robin Williams one. The Art of War, another Wesley Snipes. Rockstar. Training Day. A lot of people like this film, but I wasn't too impressed with it. The Assassin, Bridget Fonda. The Cell, Jennifer Lopez. I don't think I've actually seen this. I'll have to check that one out. I think it's quite famous for being one of the, if not the last, Laserdisc ever produced. Joanna Man. Never heard of that one. Not seen it. Addicted to Love. No, not my cup of tea. Driver. Watched that recently, I thought it was awful. It's got a bit part by Stallone in it. Eraser. It's a decent Schwarzenegger film. The Story of Us, Bruce Willis and Michelle Pfeiffer. Not my cup of tea. True Romance, which is a brilliant film. Really, really enjoy True Romance. I think I've got a director's cut on a standard case, which is really good. The Pledge, not seen that for a good few years. I thought that was pretty decent when it came out, with Jack Nicholson. Absolute Power, with Gene Hackman and Eastwood. Yeah, solid thriller. The Lost Boys, which is a 80s classic. It's just a cool film. The music, the whole vibe about it. The Specialist, another Stallone. Obviously did a lot with Warner Brothers. Don't even know what that is. Mickey Rourke's in it. Beetlejuice, another classic 80s comedy. As is Inner Space. Lord of the Rings animated, which I've got a box set of, which I'll show you in a minute. There's a few Snapper Case box sets that I want to get. One of them I do have is the Lord of the Rings one. Nico, the classic cigar. You've Got Mail, Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. LA Confidential. Disclosure, again, Michael Douglas. City of Angels. Demolition Man. Another one of these kids films, which I'm not going to get into. And another one there. My Fair Lady. Audrey Hepburn classic. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. I've not seen it. The Iron Giant. Pay It Forward, which is a quirky, I think it was a late 90s film. Secret Garden. The Little Vampire. Practical Magic. Bullet, Steve McQueen classic. That's a German version of Blazing Saddles. I've got the English one as well. Heaven and Earth, which I've not seen, which is one of the Oliver Stone ones. Private Benjamin, another one I've not seen. Stanley Kubrick, A Life in Pictures, which I keep meaning to watch and I've not got around to it yet. A documentary about Kubrick. Rio Bravo, classic, which I've seen on TCM at some point. The Getaway. Caddyshack. Insomnia, which I have seen but I can't remember anything about it. Okay, this is the last shelf. So we've got Gorillas in the Mist, Get Carter, the original, Young Guns 2, Malibu's Most Wanted, don't think I've seen that one, Blazing Saddles, the English version, Collateral Damage, which is a okay Schwarzenegger film, not a classic by any stretch. Striptease, Demi Moore, another one of these actresses and actors that seem to have done a lot with Warner Brothers, as too have Kurt Russell and Kevin Costner. That's Destination Graceland, which I've not seen. Space Jam, Cats and Dogs, The Big Sleep, Bogart, Valentine, The Right Stuff, US Marshals, again Snipes on Warner Brothers, Mickey Blue Eyes, Drop Dead Gorgeous, Last Boy Scout, Contact, which is it's a solid film. And we've got all the Batmans. You've got Batman, Batman Returns, Batman and Robin, and Batman Forever, of which really only the first 2 are any good. The others are just a bit silly and a bit too cheesy. Falling Down, Michael Douglas, Bloodsport. Surprised there's not more Van Damme releases on Snapper Case. Payback, Mel Gibson, another actor that's got a lot of films on Warner Brothers, as to do Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, Heat, and Val Kilmer. Conspiracy Theory, House on Haunted Hill, Romeo Must Die, Heist, which I wasn't a big fan of. I've got Shaft's Big Score, and Shaft in Africa. Yeah, it's nice to pick up those three. Then I've got a lot of the Clint Eastwood collection. I've not got all of them, I think I've just got a couple missing. I'm not sure which ones they are. Magnum Force, Kelly's Heroes, Pale Rider, A Perfect World, again Costner, good film that. Absolute Power, which I've already got but not, this is the Clint Eastwood collection case. Dirty Harry, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, Heartbreak Ridge, Firefox, Sphere, which is a brilliant sci-fi film, very much like Event Horizon, which is an amazing sci-fi film. Swordfish, in a nice orange, a nice green case. Showtime, Proof of Life, Ocean's 11 the remake, Risky Business, classic 80s. Something to talk about. It's not Sam Neill, Dennis Quaid and Julia Roberts, not my cup of tea. Ben-Hur, which is my cup of tea, a classic. Perfect Storm, Spies Like Us, great comedy. My Dog Skip, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, The Colour Purple, Felicia's Journey, Bob Hoskins, I've not seen that, and Forever Young. I'll just skip through these duplicates just in case anybody does want to do some swaps. So we've got the Guy Pearce remake of The Time Machine, it's a good film. We've got Gremlins, Get a Car to the Original, The Replacements, Green Mile, Dog Day Afternoon, Tin Cup, Pluto Nash, Devil's Advocate, Possession, City of Angels, Executive Decision, US Marshals, The Lost Boys, Kelly's Heroes, Fallen. Actually, I don't think that is a duplicate because I didn't see it up there. But Fallen is a brilliant film. I don't think it had a cinema release in the UK, or I can't remember it. Really, really good. Denzel Washington and John Goodman. And then we've got a few loose ones down here. Murder by Numbers, another Snipes, New Jack City, Gary Busey, Big Wednesday, The Little Princess, or A Little Princess should I say, City by the Sea, which is a solid thriller, Any Given Sunday, not a fan of that film, and Scooby-Doo the movie, the first one. So that's it on my snapper case collection. Before I go, there is one last thing I wanted to show you, which is this box set, Lord of the Rings box set. Now there's a few of these. There's a Bruce Lee one that I wanted to buy. There's about 3 or 4, and these are like special edition box sets with posters, books, and then you obviously get the DVD as well. So for a snapper case collector, they are they're nice little additions to have, but they're becoming really quite rare, and they go for decent money. So yeah, I'll be keeping my eye out for those. If anyone's got any that they want to sell or swap for some standard DVDs, or I've got a few special edition duplicates that I might put up for trade, so look out for those. So that's it for now. Next time I'll probably do a quick overview of my Super Jewel case collection, which Super Jewel cases are these ones. They're like the oversized DVD cases. So yeah, that's it for now. If you like what you've seen, click like, comment below, subscribe and share. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.